when the new chosen one of God comes, we will be on the mountain of God, and it will be a new Eden. It will be a place where the predator and the prey will lie down together, where a lion and a lamb will lie next to each other, and all carnivores will become vegans. Think about it. Where the lion will eat straw with the ox. A new Eden. A whole new vision of the world is what Isaiah paints a picture. And oddly enough, in the middle of this, he has this funny little phrase about a little child being the one that will lead God's people into the new Eden, up onto the mount of God. He paints this picture of little children playing over the holes where snakes live, and little children sticking their hands into the hole where the adder lives and not getting bitten and not dying. Definitely he was on drugs. No, sorry. This picture that he paints is what is so needed by a people in exile, by a people who don't remember their home, by a people who came from a divided kingdom and don't even remember their ancestry. He promises that out of the stump of Jesse. Now, isn't that an interesting image? The stump. What's a stump? A stump is a tree that's been cut off. It is the remnant of the tree. And Isaiah promises that that stump, the leftover from the tree being completely cut down when people were taken into exile, he says, there will rise a new king, a new David for you. For those of us who live in this world, not in that world, it's hard for us to imagine what it would be like to be people in exile. What it would be like to be people who cannot remember at all our ancestry or where we came from or who we were and how we were. We don't know the kind of despair that people who have been ripped from their homeland and taken to a place far away and made to live new, made to live a whole different life, made to live as different people than they imagined themselves to be. We cannot imagine the kind of despair that these people knew. Isaiah's purpose is to give them a vision of hope, a vision of joy to come. Certainly, we as individual human beings know the feeling of despair, know feelings of sorrow, know feelings of disappointment. We also know feelings of joy. During this season, it's going to be very, very important for all of us to try to find joy in each and every day of our lives. Many of us are getting older. We find it harder to feel good each day. We find it harder to get around. We find it harder to move around. We find it harder to live life as we did when we were 20 or 30. We want to because mentally we're there. But we feel the despair that comes with not being able to live that life. We feel the sorrow of not being able to live that life. I would suggest that joy is a choice that we make. Feeling joy is a choice that we make. Let me find another image. I may have jumped ahead too quickly. You remember the scarecrow in what I wanted was a brain. And the Wizard of Oz said, what you want is something that acknowledges the fact that you have a brain. What you lack is not a brain. What you lack is a piece of paper that says you have one. What you lack is a degree. Let me give you the degree. And the Scarecrow goes, oh, joy! Oh, rapture! Because in that moment, he acknowledges himself that he has what was always in him. We acknowledge what is in us. We find joy within us. It doesn't come from out there. It comes from in here. So at this Christmas time, this Christmas season, we make a choice to go up onto the mountain of God with Isaiah and find joy, whether it be in our past, whether the ecstasy of our past, the delight of our past, the pleasure of our past can fill our hearts with joy. We find it. And the next step, once we've found that joy within our hearts, we share it. We share it out there with the rest of the world. We are people who choose joy over sorrow, who choose happiness over sadness, who choose delight over bitterness. We will not be people of bitterness. We will not be people of negativity and complaint, because we have the promise of the greatest gift